In this video, I'm going to show you the exact automation that I use to optimize my best performing YouTube videos using keyword research to generate an optimized description, but also title for that YouTube video. I've built this automation using make.com, and the first thing we're going to do is go inside my community, and we're going to find it right here and download what's called the blueprint, because I've already built that automation. And so if you are in my community already, you can just go there and download the template and upload it into your Make account. And if you're not in my community, I'm going to show you each individual step one by one, exactly what to do so you can build it for yourself. Now that I'm on make.com, I'm going to come here to the three dots and import that blueprint that I just downloaded and save. And here it's created for me. So first, I'm going to give you an overview of the entire automation and what it does. And then we're going to go into each individual steps and how to set them up. So the automation starts with you uploading your video onto YouTube. And once it's uploaded, you're going to be able to grab the ID of that video, which is this inside the URL, that section after the V equal. And once you have the ID, it's going to process through, retrieve the transcript. Then it's going to use the transcript. This is just formatting things. And then it's going to use Perplexity to do a keyword research. And it's going to generate a description using those keywords, create a YouTube title, still using those keywords. And also based on the transcript, it's going to create the chapters of the video. And at the end, it's going to aggregate that all together. The description, the chapters, all inside something that's like a template for your description, where it's going to put the actual description. So you can put your links and all your social media and whatever you want to add inside your description. And it's going to replace this part also with the chapters. And when it's done, it's going to update the description on that YouTube video and the title, so that it's ready and packaged and optimized for being published. So now here is the first step. It's the tool to just actually set multiple variables. And the first one is going to be that video ID. And the next one is going to be defining that template for your description format. You can even use ChatGPT to generate something if you already have your links, if you want to have a better format or something like that, you just ask ChatGPT to create something along those lines. And you can add two placeholders. This is the format that I use for the placeholders, like square brackets and saying chapters. And there's another one at the top, which is a square bracket description. This is the placeholder that we're going to end up replacing here in this tools at the end, which is setting the actual full description that's going to end up going on YouTube. Once you have that first step set up with the actual description template and the video ID, we are going to need to get the transcript of that particular video ID. And to do that, in this example, I use Rapid API, which is a marketplace of API with scrapers. I use one of them to get the transcript from my YouTube. But you can also use Apify, which is another very popular one, or you can access probably the YouTube API and find the transcript there. There are multiple options. You can pick your favorite one, and use that to retrieve the transcript. Now, those next two steps right here are there just because I'm using that specific Rapid API scraper, because the output of this step is not just not the full transcription in one field that I could use right away inside Perplexity. It's actually a list. It's kind of a subtitle file, which includes the text that's being said, but also what time it starts, what time it ends, and there's a lot more information. So those two steps, this one is actually iterating on that list that I was referring to, which is the list of each sentence kind of that's being said. And for each of them, I'm going to just isolate the start time and the text itself. And I'm formatting that in this as a text. as the output of that aggregator. So at this point right here, as the output here, I just have the text of the transcript, including the timestamp, so that I can use that right away inside Perplexity.ai. So if you're not using Rapid API, and maybe you are using the YouTube API or maybe another one on Happify, for instance, you might not have to do that. If you're getting the entire transcript right away, you can just feed the output inside Perplexity straight into this without those two steps. So then the next step is Perplexity, which is a chat completion. So it's just actually making a query into Perplexity. And we're going to use a prompt that's actually searching for specific keywords with getting the transcript as a parameter, so that it's going to go and perform the search and return a list of keywords. And then the next step is a ChatGPT completion, which is, again, just asking ChatGPT for creating a description. Again, we are using the transcript, but not only the transcript, but the actual keywords that were retrieved by Perplexity. So it's all within that bigger prompt right here. And as you can see here, here is the transcript, but also there's a third message, and here is the list of tags and keywords to use so that it can perform or create an optimized description for your YouTube video. The next step right here is it's pretty much a copy of this one, except the prompt is actually targeted to create a title. It's going to, again, use the transcript as an input, but also the list of keywords that were retrieved from Perplexity. And we can see right here that we get the transcript. And right here, we are using the result of the keyword research to create an optimized YouTube title for the video. The next one is the one that's going to create the chapters. For this one, it doesn't need to use the keywords, but that prompt is optimized to create, with example, to create the chapters using the transcript. And it's important for this one to have the timestamp of the transcript. So whatever you use right here to retrieve the transcript, make sure that it's not just the text, but also it includes the timestamp of each sentence that is being said. All right. And now it's time to bring everything back together in this. The description and the title. I'm using a formula to actually take that description template that has the placeholders in there. And I'm using a formula that's replacing those placeholders with the actual result from the description and from the chapters right here. So the result is a variable called result. That's going to be the actual description that I'm going to add to my YouTube video on YouTube. And finally, that last step is just to take the video ID from this that we set that was used throughout the process. I'm using the title from this step that was generated by ChatGPT using the keywords. I'm replacing empty strings, or it's actually coming back with some double quotes. I'm removing them essentially. The formula is to use replace, replacing them with empty string. And I'm writing the description. And then you can set up which category and which statuses you want your video be at. And that, at the end of this, you have your video on YouTube with an optimized title and an optimized description ready to be published and generates a lot of views. If you want more help setting up this automation, or if you have questions, or if you want to make changes, update it, feel free to join my free community. The link is going to be just below this video.